Marco shows the good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. All right.
There's a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Unfortunately, looks like evil wins again.
I believe there's more bad, but I'm trying.
I will go. Don't worry, though. The Good News Network is standing by over there in Taco Bob Central.
I'm hoping that it has some good stuff on it.
He'll know when he looks at it.
I'm typing her in now.
So, poster child for readiness, preparedness.
Go ahead. Put the bad out there.
Go ahead. Now that she was officially arrested, I know we threw her in there last week when the word leaked out about the investigation against Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill. Now that she's been indicted and arrested, Regina Hill, you lead off the good, the bad, and the ugly this week. Again, resign.
Mm-hmm.
Resign. You're done. Gig's up.
You watch. I said it earlier. Somehow she'll get reelected again after she steps down.
No. I think if he hasn't done so already, you're going to see the governor suspend her today, probably. Then that'll trigger a special election for a temporary replacement. We'll see how that pans out. Elderly exploitation. I'm sorry. It really that
bugs the hell out of me.
Out of both of us.
Yeah.
Shaking down a 96-year-old woman for $100,000 and spending it on yourself.
There's three groups that people do not like you picking on or messing with. It's young, elderly, and women. I mean, there's more groups, obviously, but you know.
A couple of entries in here and updates on stories. The guy who was responsible for killing that high school football player, graduating senior from Ocoee High School back in 2020, if you remember that, they've arrested a suspect in that, Christopher Burke, in connection with killing Dexter Rentz, graduating senior from Ocoee High School, shot and killed back in April of 2020.
Who was a very good football player.
I believe that was, I think so, but Christopher Burke in custody for that and charged. Then we had an arrest in the situation where someone was gunned down and killed in the parking lot of the Central Florida Fairgrounds during the fair. 15-year-old Jadon Maxey arrested for that.
That's right. If you remember the story of the lady getting shot, a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Then, of course, we've got to throw the terror attack on the Moscow Concert Hall in here, killing 137 individuals who were there to go see a concert.
ISIS-K stepped up for that one, they said, right?
Yeah. Then the update on that mass stabbing in Rockford, Illinois. A suspect was apprehended and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. That would be 22-year-old Christian Soto.
Speed it up, man. We got to get through these bad ones.
Dude dressed in a Scream costume, wielding a chainsaw and a knife, accused of killing his neighbor.
Man.
This in Pennsylvania.
Way to give Scream Mask such a bad name.
Man, we mentioned this one earlier in the week. This goes back a couple years as well. 23-year-old Dujon Griffiths arrested in New Jersey and been wanted since 2021 in connection with the death of his girlfriend and her 1-year-old girl here in Orange County. Mm-hmm. Killed the mother, then left the baby girl in the car to, no.
Oh, God.
I mean, it churns your stomach, man.
Yeah, it does.
Then we got a lovely individual in Polk County who's been arrested on a number of charges, including 2 felony charges after deputies say he stabbed 2 dogs to death. 21-year-old Angel Enrique Burgos, lovely human being there in Polk County. I have a few good items.
Okay,
Want
good.
to transition into the better stuff?
We need to cleanse ourselves with some good ones.
Woman in Georgia was driving with her 2 sons when she crashed into a river, and 5 girls from the University of Georgia saved them, jumped in, while the other 4 of them jumped in while the other called emergency services. One had to do CPR on the youngest kid. Everybody ended up being okay.
UGA represent, man. UGA.
A new poll found that 84% of Americans will go out of their way to pay it forward whenever they can. The average person estimates they have 5 generous random acts of kindness moments a week, or 260 a year.
That's cool.
Pay it forward doesn't necessarily mean in cash.
No, it could be
Keep that in
anything.
mind.
Hey,
Exactly.
you're mowing your yard and you just say, you know what, I'm going to keep on mowing like Forrest Gump kept on walking. I'm getting the neighbors.
World War II vet in Texas named Carl Schlesinger just turned 106. He offered some practical advice for anyone who wants to make it to his age. Do your best to not die.
All right. Thanks, Walter. Is he that old?
Carl Schlesinger.
Did you see a picture of him?
No, I did not.
If it's the guy, I'm thinking he had hairs coming out of everything. His ears, his nose,
Sure.
excessive.
Then a woman on Staten Island accidentally threw out her wallet, but sanitation workers sifted through a mountain of garbage and got it back for her.
All right. Shout out to all of our garbage men and women out there. Recyclers, too. Pow!
Here we go.
Here we go. Good News Network.
Or lack thereof. We'll find out together, I suppose.
Yeah, today. Luckily, I grabbed some other stories along the way, if you know what I'm saying. By looking up at that TV you have in this studio that has the news on it. Oh, hello, hot weather lady. Anyway, okay. We had the Good Samaritans on International Speedway Boulevard. Car flipped in the middle of the intersection. They all got out, hustled over, and gave it a heave-ho, pushed it back over. Good job to all. It was like 5 to 80 a 10, maybe. Pow, pow. What was the other one that I saw? Oh, this is cool, man. The Volusia, she's a Port Orange police volunteer. You know who I'm talking about? You might have seen her up there on that TV yesterday, Pat. She just turned 100 years old. Volunteering for the Port Orange Police, 100 years old, has her little outfit on and everything. You go, Grandma, you go. Pow! We'll save that one for last. How about this? This is a heartwarming story. Thousands of donations poured in to an animal shelter where John Stewart adopted his beloved dog that just passed away. So he adopted a dog there. It just passed away. So all these people are going and adopting dogs there, which is really helpful because, you know, dogs need homes too and not shelter homes. Hopefully those dogs don't just get returned, you know, kind of like the bunnies do around Easter time. Good job, adoptees. Pow! Or adopters, whichever. We have a lady that wanted her son. Her son has autism. That's tough. She wanted her son with autism to explore nature, so she created a whimsical fairy forest trail.
Whimsical?
Yeah, fairy forest trail for this dude. So, good job, Mom. You keep on keeping on. Pow. That's a gentle one for a mom. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. This is heavy duty. This says if you need a moment of zen, Pat, and you can look at this picture, it's a hippo underwater, right? And it's got all these fish, like, nipping at it. So it says, giving a hippo a spa treatment. Look, you got to see it to understand. It's hard
on the radio.
It's hard to see it through the radio, but look at that. That's pretty cool. Hippo, pow! Yeah, pow! There we go. That's what it is. Okay, some Aussie dude invented some weapon against asparagus ferns. I guess they're bad. I don't know. Oh, this is cool. I mean, I'm like a.
Does anybody else feel like your gas gauge is like below E right
Shut
now,
up.
and you're hoping you can make it to the next exit?
I'm going to fill it with pals, man. Senators. I'm not big into senators and all that stuff, but senators pushed Big Pharma to cap inhaler prices. You know, a lot of people need those. To cap them at $35, successfully bringing relief to a bunch of American families. So good job. I'm not getting political. I'm not into that crap. Pow, though. I mean, pow. Okay, and then got a gold nugget. The biggest.
That's a gas station up ahead right now.
The biggest gold nugget ever was found in England with somebody whose metal detector was faulty. You take that faulty detector, and last but not least, Punxsutawney Phil is a dad. Hey, little guinea pig, whatever, he's been humping. Good job, Daddy-O. Well, we'll wish you a happy Father's Day if I remember. Pow! Punxsutawney, pow!
Lynch and Taco on demand.